Hello and welcome to Thai Movie Recap, the podcast where we take a deep dive into Thai cinema, and of course, get into full spoilers. The film opens with a tense interrogation scene. Lynn, Chutimon Chuengtran-Su-King, a brilliant student, is being questioned about a cheating scandal, setting the stage for the dramatic tale that follows. The story opens by introducing Lynn, Linnda Nilthep, a highly gifted high school student. Her exceptional academic talent earns her a scholarship to a prestigious but costly private school. Her father, a modest schoolteacher, is immensely proud of her achievement. The corrupt system and Lynn's motivation. Lynn's pride is quickly eroded when she discovers the dark reality behind the school's polished facade. She learns that despite her scholarship, her father was forced to pay a substantial tea money, a form of under-the-table payment to secure a spot or favor. Furthermore, she realizes the school is unjustly deducting funds from her own scholarship for various fees. This realization fuels a strong sense of injustice and resentment in Lynn. She feels cheated by a system where wealth trumps merit. If they can use money to buy privilege, why can't I use my intelligence to earn money back from them? The birth of the tutoring business. The path to cheating begins with Grace, Lynn's kind-hearted but academically struggling friend who asks for help with a math exam. Lynn initially helps out of friendship. Then, Pat, Grace's wealthy and business-minded boyfriend, enters the picture. Pat immediately sees the opportunity for profit. He offers Lynn a significant sum of money to expand her help to other privileged students who are failing. Lynn, driven by her desire to retaliate against the corrupt system, agrees. Lynn finishes the exam rapidly. Her paying clients, strategically seated to observe her, would copy the answers based on her finger signals. The business flourishes under Pat and Grace's management. Lynn becomes an underground mogul, successfully selling her intellect. However, her secret operation starts drawing the attention of one person, Bank, Thanaphon Wirya, the other genius student in the class who still believes in absolute honesty and fair play. The stage is now set for a major confrontation and the eventual downfall of Lynn's first enterprise. Following the success of her piano code enterprise, Lynn finds her business abruptly shut down due to the actions of Bank, Thanaphon Wirya. The exposure and Bank's retribution bank, the honest prodigy, confirms his suspicions about Lynn's cheating and decides to do what he believes is right, expose her to the school. Lynn's punishment. Lynn is immediately penalized. She is stripped of her scholarship and all opportunities for international study programs. Her aspirations for a bright, legitimate future are crushed. The cruel twist of fate for Bank. Ironically, Bank's integrity brings him no reward. Pat, Lynn's business partner, retaliates on behalf of his clients and his own self-interest. Pat hires thugs to physically assault Bank while he is working late at his mother's laundry shop. This attack causes Bank to sustain injuries that make him miss the critical scholarship exam, the only path for him to escape poverty and secure his future. Bank's descent into darkness. Having lost his lifelong dream and facing financial hardship while taking care of his ailing mother, Bank's faith in honesty collapses entirely. I was honest, and what did I get? I lost everything. The system rewards the cheats and punishes the honest ones. The virtuous genius is consumed by desperation and resentment. The grand scheme, cheating the STIC exam. With both Lynn and Bank now stripped of their legitimate futures, Pat sees an opportunity to launch an even bigger, more lucrative operation. He proposes an audacious plan to cheat the STIC, Standardized Test for International Colleges exam. Pat presents the irresistible logic. The STIC exam is administered across the world at different times based on time zones. The plan: Lynn and Bank, as the two geniuses, must travel to Sydney, Australia, where the exam is held hours before the testing time in Bangkok. They will take the exam, memorize the answers, and transmit them back to Thailand during the short break period. The roles: Lynn and Bank, the brain, memorizing and transmitting the answers. Pat and Grace, the management, handling the massive number of paying clients in Thailand. The offer: the potential payoff is staggering, involving millions of Thai baht. Seeing no other way out, Lynn out of revenge and Bank out of pure despair and newfound greed both agree to the dangerous international operation. The stage is now set for the thrilling cross-continental act of academic espionage. Lynn and Bank travel to Sydney, Australia under the pretense of attending a summer language camp. Their true mission is to exploit the time difference. They will take the STIC exam several hours before the tests begin in Thailand and then relay the answers back to their clients in Bangkok. Execution of the complex plan. The operation is meticulously planned, demanding flawless timing and nerves of steel. Preparation and concealment. Lynn and Bank smuggle small mobile phones hidden within their shoe soles, which they will use to record and transmit the answers from the bathroom. The barcode code. Inside the exam room, Lynn executes the first step. She intentionally drops a pencil. This pencil has scratched-in markings resembling a barcode, which contain the answers to the first section of the test. This code is subtly read by Grace and Pat, who are in nearby rooms in Sydney for plausible deniability, and relayed to the team in Thailand. The memory phase. Lynn and Bank divide the rest of the exam questions. They rely on their prodigious memory skills to memorize a large volume of answers, knowing they have a limited window during the mandated short break. The breakdown and the near miss. The tension escalates dramatically during the break, the moment of truth for transmitting the final answers. The race against time. Lynn and Bank simultaneously request permission to use the restroom. They frantically compare notes and begin recording the answers on the hidden phones. Bank's panic attack. The immense pressure, coupled with the enclosed space and the running water, triggers a severe panic attack in Bank. The trauma from his earlier assault, where he was confined and beaten, causes him to freeze and lose control. He shouts, nearly exposing their entire operation. "No! I can't do this. They're going to catch us. I can't breathe." Lynn takes control. With the clock ticking and Bank incapacitated, Lynn must take charge. She forces Bank out of the panic state, but the responsibility of memorizing and double-checking the remaining answers falls squarely on her. The final transmission. Lynn manages to record and send the complete set of answers back to the team in Bangkok in the nick of time, just moments before the security guards become suspicious. The moral breakup. The mission is a technical success, earning them a fortune, but their relationship is destroyed. As they escape the testing facility, a terrifying transformation is revealed in Bank. "Why stop now? We can do this again and again. Lynn, we can start a global cheating company. We'll be set for life. Money buys everything." Lynn is horrified. She sees that Bank has crossed a line she refuses to step over. He is no longer a victim seeking justice, but a cynical monster consumed by greed. "Stop, Bank. This isn't about getting even anymore. This is about being a criminal." Lynn decisively rejects Bank's proposal and chooses to end her involvement in the cheating game immediately, setting the stage for their separate, painful fates. After successfully completing the STIC heist in Sydney, Lynn returns to Bangkok. She is deeply shaken by her own actions and profoundly disturbed by Bank's terrifying descent into greed and corruption. She realizes that her initial motive, to retaliate against an unfair system, has led her to become the architect of a far greater evil. Lynn's final choice. Lynn determines that the only way to escape the vicious cycle of cheating is to expose everything and accept the consequences. Reconciliation with her father. Lynn first returns home and has a raw, emotional confession with her father. She reveals the full extent of her illegal activities, from the piano code to the international operation. Her father is devastated but supports her choice to make things right. The end of the business. Lynn begins the arduous process of returning the immense wealth she acquired, notifying her clients that the cheating business is officially terminated. The consequences for the co-conspirators. While Lynn chooses the path of confession, the outcomes for the other characters highlight the bitter reality of social inequality. Pat and Grace, the rich. Due to their immense wealth and family connections, Pat and Grace are largely shielded from any severe legal consequences. They were able to use their resources to minimize their involvement and avoid total ruin. Their lives continue relatively uninterrupted, emphasizing the film's core theme that money can buy impunity. Bank, the fallen. Bank, having fully embraced his new persona of ruthless ambition, tries to pressure Lynn one last time to join his global cheating empire. However, Lynn's decision seals his fate. Without Lynn's participation, his vast scheme crumbles. Having no financial or social safety net, Bank faces the most devastating legal and personal consequences, becoming the primary casualty of the system he tried to beat. The story cuts to the very first scene of the film, Lynn sitting alone in the interrogation room. Having confessed to her father, she is now confessing to the authorities, knowing that this decision will permanently bar her from taking any international entrance exams, effectively ending her dream of studying abroad. In the film's climactic final dialogue, Lynn delivers a chilling line that is aimed not only at the investigators, but also at the unseen Bank. "I've confessed everything. I hope you do the same, because if you don't confess, I will be the only person who knows that you cheated." The film ends as Lynn completes her confession. She has lost her future as she once envisioned it, but she has reclaimed her integrity. The final, powerful implication is that she has forced Bank into a corner, compelling him to choose between a life consumed by crime or facing the devastating truth alongside her. The film concludes that while Lynn paid the price for her actions and found a difficult form of redemption, the corrupt system itself remains largely intact, and money continues to dictate who wins and who loses. Thank you for listening to Thai Movie Review and Spoil. This was a heavy one, a story that leaves you with a lot to think about. What are your thoughts on the film? Which scene has stayed with you all these years? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. That's all the time we have for today. Until next time, goodbye.